Alrighty, so recording now. So this is Ben Jones, one of Flatiron School online students, working on my project number 2, the Sinatra project. So right now, I've been testing out adding products to my Wishlist project. So this project is basically a wish list of products, so you can log in, create a login. So you create a user, you can look through products and add them to different wish lists that you create. So I'll just go to it. That'll be a little bit easier to explain. So here, EnterAction Apparel wish list. So I've already created a login. I was logged in. The session was still going. So I click on wish list. I can create a new one. Let's call it beast mode. All right, so then it brings you back to this welcome screen. You can browse products. So I use seed data to make a list of 11 products that you can look through. So you can click on any of the products. It comes up with the product name, the image of an image from the product, description, price. Then it also has wish lists here. So the way I did it is it added radio buttons. So you have any of your wish lists here. You can click on any of them, and then whichever one you click on, you can add this this product to the wish list. Right now, I only have one, so I'll go ahead and add another one so you can see them both pop up. Let's go with, let's call this one cool stuff. All right, so when we go back to products, click on one. Now you see we can choose either wish list to add it to. So let's add this to the cool stuff because the You Spin t-shirt is actually pretty cool. So it's a bottle on a shirt. You can spin it and it lands on different options. So it's pretty cool. Add to wish list. Then it takes you to that wish list and shows you all the products that are within that wish list. So right now we just have the one product. All right. If I go back to wish list, you can see my other wish list doesn't have anything because I haven't added anything yet. Okay. So one of the issues I saw, and so I decided to go ahead and record while I'm fixing this issue, is on products. So if you click on any of the products, if you go down to add to wish list, but you haven't chosen anything, you come to this error screen here. So what I want to do is basically fix that. So if there's if nothing's chosen, it just either takes a different route or does something different than what it's currently doing because it's trying to, add add a nil to a product. So if we go to the actual Learn IDE and look at where this is happening, let's see. At this point, let's see where we are. That's the actual product itself. Oh, actually, hold on. Oh yeah, this is it. Patch. So, so changing the wish list here, it finds the product, and then wish list is equal to the wish list ID. But if this doesn't exist, obviously you're gonna get an error right here. So, so the product will definitely be there, but this will not necessarily. So what we can do is add another if statement. So if at wish list is equivalent to nil, I can go ahead and redirect right back to the same page we were just on. Oops. Let's see. In this case, it would have to be params ID. Let's see, we're gonna have to do am I doing that right? Let's see. There we go. So now it should just redirect right back to the same product it was just on. So it should stay on the same page that it was just on. Else, it should go ahead and add that product to that wish list. Now we can go ahead and move this over, and that if else statement, save that. So we can just look at it again. So this just determines if they're logged in or not. If they're not logged in, go back to login. If they are logged in, take the user currently is using the current user method. Add the product that is currently using. Find the wish list that was chosen. If it doesn't choose anything, if wish list is equal to nil, go ahead and jump back to the same page. If it worked properly, the wish list adds that product to its products and redirects you to that wish list where you just added that product. Okay, so now let's try it out. See what happens if we don't do anything. Oh, nope, still have an error. So it's saying wishlist equals wishlist.find params list wishlist IDs. Method, the parameter for nil class. Okay. That makes me think, do I need to, well, let's go ahead and binding pry this, shall we? That's the whole point of doing this video while you're working on something. So, let's go ahead and try it again. Oh, it stopped. Before it even got to the pry, it already messed up. Oh, so hold on, 21. Oh, it's saying this messed up because it couldn't save that value to wishlist. I see. So let's go see exactly what that value is before it gets to it. Oops. Just to make sure we're looking at it right. Here we go again. Now it froze, meaning it should have worked correctly. And here we are. So if we take this value here, put it here, what do we get? Let's add that. It's just saying undefined method. All right, so let's break it down a little further. Let's see the exact thing we get from params. Okay. So basically, params doesn't exist at all. So it won't even let me do it because that if you don't click on one of the wish list IDs, it doesn't exist at all. So while we're here, let's just try something else. So now it makes me think I need to change this if statement out before we get to this point. So we need to make sure that something is chosen. Let's see. So I could take this here. Now let's see if we get an error here. So now if we get an error, we should get it at this if point here. And we'll see where that takes us. So of course we get this error now that we exited. Now try again. Still got the same error. So that means we got the error at the if point. Yep, on line 21. So I have to do that a different way. So I guess I should do it before I even try to create a wish list. See if that params is equal to nil. Uh-oh. A different error that time. Oh, something's unexpected. Controller's part of the controller on V21. Okay. Ah. There we go. Let's go back. Click on all the products. Add. Okay, same error. Okay, so it literally will not let us look for a parameter that does not exist. So that makes me think, how can you catch it beforehand if it won't show you? Let me try one more time. So again, we have params here. Now if we do params, put in a key that doesn't exist. So we put a param that does exist, you get the number. Putting something that doesn't exist, you do get nil. So it looks like if I put params in list, I will get nil instead of adding the wishlist IDs portion of it. So now, if just the list part is nil, which, when you actually click on one, it shouldn't be nil. So we can try both ways. So now if we add, okay, this time it actually took us to the binding pry. So if we do params, same thing, list, we get nil. So this should be equivalent to nil and redirect us back to the same page when we continue forward. Excuse me, when we exit. Uh-oh. Looks like there was another issue. Well, let me exit that time. And we're back on the same page. So I believe it worked this time. So let me get rid of the pry and try it again. And it brought us back to the same page because there was nothing there. But when we add it, we choose a wish list. There we go. It's added to the wish list. So now, if someone tries to add a product without choosing a wish list first, it'll just redirect you back to the same page because you didn't choose a wish list first. And that problem is solved. All right. So now that we've solved that issue, one of the next steps in the project was, because right now we cannot do anything with the wish list we currently have. So the only thing we can do is add products and add everything to it, right? So there's no way to prevent it and from adding something. So, and again, if let's say we added this to our cool stuff wish list, right? Then we have this crop top on the wish list. We can go back to it. What if we try to add it again? It adds it again. So we want to prevent it from being able to add the same product more than once. So here I need to check if that product already exists in the wish list. So here we find the wish list. So now we know it's here. So before we add the product back to the wish list, we need to check to verify the product doesn't already exist. So, excuse me, it isn't already a part of that wish list because there's no reason to have the same product on the wish list more than once. So if we go and check the wish list, find by the params ID, this should tell us that there is a wish list there. Okay. Now the question is, should I just make it another if-else statement? I could just use another if-else statement. So what I'll do, so if this is not nil, go ahead and add it. Else, let's see, what do we want them to do at this point? So if you look through the products within wishlist, you find the product. If you do find the product in there, you don't want to add this because it's already there. If you don't find it, you do want to add it. And then you want to redirect to that wish list. Now the question is, well, let me end it first. I always forget to put the end. But now the other question is, what do you want to do if it is already there? So if the product's already there, um, let's see. You know what? I'll have it redirect either way. Product's already there. It'll redirect and show you that it's already on the list because it'll be in your list. If it's not there, it still redirects, but it also adds the product to the list. So it'll still take you back to the list, and you can see that the product is already there. So let's try it that way and see if it lets us do it this way. So in this case, we're saying we are adding a product. And so this the parameter list will not be nil. So it will come here. And we add that wish list. So let's add a binding pry here to make sure this if function works properly. All right. So, we have another error. I have an unexpected. Oh, I guess it's only supposed to be one since it's a not. There we go. And we'll add it to cool stuff. And it froze, meaning the binding pry fired. And so that means we're right here, meaning it did find that wish list. So if I add wish list, it gives me which wish list it is. And if I look at the products in that wish list, you see I have the U-Spin t-shirt, CS Love t-shirt, and Thick for Leg crop. So even though it's there, only there once within products, on the page it shows it there twice because the product is there 2 times. So that being said, maybe I just need to change it where it shows the wish list. Because when I click products, it's only giving me 3, which is all it should be. So let's check that actually. So on the page where it shows what products you have, excuse me, not products, the page that shows your wish list, shows all the products in the wish list. Oh, never mind. It just has the same, it does have the same product there twice. With the same ID and everything. Okay. That was me just not paying attention to the bottom line. All right. I need to pay attention. Got it. Reading. Fundamental. Okay. So now I know that is the case. I do want to do what I was doing a second ago. So when we talked about the wish list, we want to prevent it from adding the same one on there twice. So that's fine. We just need to stop it from adding it twice. So back to where we were. Okay. So if we have wishlist products, at wishlist.products, that's fine. So if it's not nil, it'll redirect. So what I want to do now is check the params. ID, and it should just be the ID of the product we're looking at, right? And if I put is equivalent to nil, it's giving me a false. Meaning, so when it's not nil, it gives me a true. So it is taking that statement the way it's supposed to. And right now, um, it's not nil because that product is already there. So what it's going to do, uh, it's going to redirect to wish list without adding it again. So once I exit this, it should not have a third of that same product there. It should only have the two. Yep, and it only has two because it would not allow me to add it again. So if we try it again, we can actually get rid of the pry now. If we try it again, add it to this wish list, it'll still take us, it will redirect us, but it will not add it. See, it did not add it a second time. So same thing with one of the other products. We try to add it to the wish list again, it will not let us because it knows it already exists in that wish list. So now, the thing I have not done yet is work on how to delete something from a wish list. So that'll be the next step.